I'm Rick Buck, and I've been a diamond consultant for over 6 years now. We will go over the main diamond shapes and the top reasons you should choose them. So like and subscribe for everything engagement. Let's start with round diamonds. Round diamonds are great because they maximize the sparkle of a diamond, which is the second most impressive quality of a diamond. They are classic and likely never to go out of style. They also have the biggest selection of all the different shapes, so you can likely get exactly what you're looking for if you are picky about the specifications of your diamond. Now, important to know is all diamonds have flaws. It's just a matter of how big and how visible they are with or without magnification. Round diamonds hide flaws very well. They also hide lower quality of colors better. Diamonds also have different shades of them. Typically, you want a more colorless diamond. So round diamonds will hide the lower quality of color better than all the other shapes. Princess cut diamonds are also cut to maximize their light performance and sparkle almost as good as round diamonds. But better than round cut diamonds is that princess cut diamonds cost less for equal properties in a diamond than a round cut. That means you are likely to get a better quality for the same price or the same quality for less than a round diamond. And you'll find that to be true for pretty much all the other shapes of diamonds. You might also want a princess cut diamond if your ring calls for a more geometric shape. Princess cuts are fairly classic, meaning they normally aren't ever out of style. However, right now just happens to be the least popular that I have ever seen them in a long time. Oval diamonds are a less expensive variation of round diamonds. One downside of oval is that they don't come with an official cut grade, which is responsible for the sparkle. And in fact, the rest of the cuts that we're going to go over also don't come with cut grades. And that's so important because the cut grade tells you how much a diamond is going to sparkle. Now, in my oval ring video, it explains to you how to make sure that it will still have sparkle even though it doesn't have an official cut grade. And so you can watch that if you want an oval diamond. Oval diamonds also give the ring a more slender appearance as well because they're elongated. In fact, the more elongated the diamond, the more slender the appearance of the hand. Ovals also have been trendy so long, they're starting to move into that classic category. I mean, who knows if it will stay that way, but I believe this is mostly because their shape calls more attention to it than a round diamond. And for someone that wants to call attention to the diamond, oval's a good way to go. Sometimes oval diamonds, however, get this bow tie effect, which in the diamond world is slightly undesirable. Oval diamonds also don't hide flaws and colors in the diamond as well as some of the other cuts. Emerald cut diamonds have a very vintage and royal look to them. Emerald cuts show off their purity if you have a diamond with only microscopic flaws, because once again, almost all diamonds have flaws. It's just whether you can see them with your eye or if you need a microscope to see them. On the flip side of that, if they do have low clarity and color grades, then the flaws will be more pronounced with emeralds. And emeralds also don't sparkle as much as a lot of the other shapes. But if you want an emerald, you can also choose a more elongated or a more kind of wider look to the rectangle as you choose. So there's a little bit of variation there. They're also more affordable than other diamonds. And one interesting fact about the emeralds is they have corners that are kind of cut off, so those don't snag on clothing as much as some of the other more geometric shapes. But in my opinion, probably the worst part about an emerald diamond is they don't have a very big selection normally. Marquise diamonds are one of my favorites for a few reasons. They are less expensive than round cuts, but they look bigger than round cut diamonds at the same carat sizes. And I've made a video about all the different shapes and how they compare at each carat size. So a 1 carat Marquise diamond almost always looks way bigger than all the other shapes at the same carat size. Now, Marquise diamonds also go very well with unique and vintage styles, which I am kind of into. Now, if you want a diamond that calls attention to itself, Marquise is one that definitely calls quite a bit attention to itself, but also makes the finger look more slender because of its elongated look. Marquise diamonds also tend to hide flaws pretty well. Now, like the oval diamond, they might also have that bow tie effect that leaves kind of a darker darker spot in the middle of the diamond. And just like all the other diamond shapes, they don't have official cut grades. That is why it is so important to buy diamonds from my favorite jewelry websites below. They have unofficial cut grades, and since these websites are so reputable, you can trust those unofficial cut grades and that those diamonds will sparkle even though it's not an official cut grade. However, if you buy these fancy shapes at a mall or a brick and mortar store, they'll shine fancy lights on these diamonds that will make anything sparkle. And so even though they may not have that sparkle once you leave the store, they will in the store, so you'll get gypped off once you leave the store. Cushion cut diamonds are a great compromise if you can't choose between a standard round cut or a geometric princess cut. It's like both those diamonds had a child and it birthed the cushion cut diamond. It has a softer look if you want a square without the harsh edges. This also gives it a slightly larger bulging look to it. So I guess in that sense, you can kind of say that it looks bigger than the carat suggests, but that's kind of wrong too, because it just looks smaller than the other shapes of diamonds at the same carat. Like most fancy cuts, once again, it is less expensive than not only round cuts, but all the other cuts as well, at least at the time of this video. What's interesting is it also comes with a crushed ice look or a brilliant look for the different types of sparkle you may want to it. As a downside, the cushion cuts do tend to enhance the color of a diamond when normally you obviously want a colorless diamond for most people. The crushed look also tends to hide flaws pretty well. However, the normal brilliant style of cushion cut shows flaws pretty easily, so that might be a distinguishing factor for you between the two types of cushion cuts. Radiant cut diamonds are good because they have more variations in size, in that you can have a more elongated look or close to a square look. When compared to the emerald cut diamonds, which is the other rectangular shape, it sparkles more, which means it also hides lower clarity flaws better than the emerald cut. In fact, radiant cuts have more facets than all the other cuts, so it hides more flaws than all the other cuts. But compared to emerald cut, it also isn't as royal in appearance. It does not, however, hide color in it as well as other cuts. They also appear smaller than comparable carats of other shapes. The Asscher cut is pretty much the square version of the emerald cut, so everything is the same. They are vintage, look pure, and have less sparkle. This also means you need one with a high clarity grade, or you may be able to see the flaws of the diamond more easily. They also carry a lot of their weight on the underside of the diamond, which means it will look smaller when looking down on it to compensate for that weight that's under the diamond. Pear-shaped diamonds have the likely pros and cons of the oval and Marquise diamonds, since one end is close to a Marquise diamond and the other is close to an oval. It is probably the most unique in shape and is used a lot in earrings and pendant necklaces. So what a lot of people will do is they'll put it in their rings too to match their earrings and pendants, if you're into that matching everything. With pear shapes, they may also have that bow tie look just like the ovals and the Marquise diamonds. And then another thing that people don't necessarily like about pear shapes, and then other people do, is that they have a different sparkle pattern from one end of the diamond to the other. It will definitely call attention to itself and also save you money opposed to other diamond shapes. And since it kind of has the effects of the Marquise and oval once again, it will appear bigger than the carat will suggest of other carat shapes. Now, it can also vary on how elongated you want it to look, depending on how you want each end to look elongated, both the oval and the Marquise looking end. So each individual diamond matters when you're choosing these, and no two of them are really close to each other. And two different ones may be very different in their looks. Heart-shaped diamonds are really unique, but are in very low demand, especially today, which means you'll get a good price on them. But they are really trendy. And in fact, when I say in trend, they're not in trend right now. They're kind of out of style. But if they ever do come in style again, they will likely be very trendy again. But some people just love the heart shape, and for them, that may be timeless. The heart-shaped diamonds are definitely bought for their uniqueness, not for anything else, because they're almost not that good in any of the other qualities. Make sure you watch all my proposal tips and idea videos now if you want to plan the perfect proposal. Also watch one of my many how to shop for engagement rings and diamonds videos, or mark my words, they know how to rip you off. The best places to buy diamonds are in the description below to save hundreds to thousands on engagement rings, and they are very reputable. Like, subscribe, and watch another one now.